That sounds cool.
Sounds great.
All
Right,
right.
we're live. It's stream health is excellent.
Dang, it's so good to be here.
Don't tell anyone. So we're working on this Lego DeLorean, and we did some of it off stream.
We just had to though.
We just had to. We love it.
Like, sometimes you just gotta build. Saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm sending out the link now. I'm letting people know. Now is your time.
Tell your friends. Tell 2 friends.
Tell 3.
Tell them to tell 2 more. 3 more.
Oh my gosh, you'll never guess who Adam Friedland got this week.
Who?
Sarah. Well, guess. Sarah.
Jessica Parker.
You got Sarah Jessica Parker as a guest.
That's so stupid.
Isn't that dumb?
That's so stupid.
That's so stupid.
He's so stupid. You heard it here first, guys.
You heard it from Alana.
Actually, probably a lot of people have said it before I did. But okay. So I thought that maybe you had gotten these all situated.
I got some of them situated. You can tell.
Not really.
You can tell.
Not really.
Some have been situated a little bit.
Not. Little,
A little bit.
little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So Alana's really gotten into this. Is the thing.
It's true.
That's the thing.
It's cool
Let me.
little thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and scooch over and show people. You can show them. You gotta just
Well.
be very careful.
Oh, underneath. It's actually like too big to really show you.
Here, just set it down right there under the camera. I want to show. So this is not built to Lego scale. They would have to make the Lego figures much bigger to look appropriate as passengers in here. Although I don't know. I mean, when we get to the seat, maybe they make the seats really tiny. They were built, but look how big he is compared to.
But we've actually been
How small he
inside
is.
one of these, and it's actually the inside is so very tiny
Yeah.
that it makes you feel like a giant.
It also seems somewhat. It looks okay on camera, but in person it looks a little longer than I think an actual DeLorean is. But again, maybe the whole thing is sort of it makes. I mean, it's already making more sense. You can tell, especially. See if I can get this, like the tail lights and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
headlights on the other end. That's already got the DMC. That looks like a DeLorean.
Yeah.
They did it. You know how they did it? Lego pieces.
Like,
So we're sort of exactly organizing the contents of bag 7. I've said this before. There are 11 bags. This is an interesting piece. That's an interesting piece. So bag 7 of 11. We're on step 216 of, I think, 430 something. So closer to halfway than we've been.
yeah.
That's how it works. Oh, look, the steering wheel piece.
Yeah. Get to the innards.
You can tell this is a steering wheel. Just a
We're getting
piece.
to the innards. But usually, so I've kind of started perfecting my organization for this. And I
Mhm.
really like to get all the pieces together that are the same type so that, because in the steps, you're probably going to use all of those same ones. And so I like to kind of color coordinate them and get them by type because
Mhm.
it just makes it so much easier, smoother when you're actually getting in there.
Gosh, that makes so much sense. You're like a Lego master.
True.
Which I did. So there is a TV show. You knew about this, right? There's a broadcast television show on Fox about. Hey, Excelsior.
What's up?
I'm gonna say what he said in the chat here in a second. Right after I mention again this TV show. It's called like the Lego Masters, and it's hosted by Job from Arrested Development. You know, the magician.
Yeah.
Will Arnett,
Yeah.
the voice of Kit from Knight Rider.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Well, not the original,
Okay.
but when they redid it.
Well, that makes a lot more sense.
You would have just bought it though. He was like 15 and doing the voice of the car. No, do you know who the original voice of Kit was in Knight Rider?
No.
It was Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. You know, the teacher?
No, I was too old for that.
Well, he was also...
I was already like smoking cigarettes and being cool.
He was also, I think, John Adams. I think John Adams in 1776. He's the main guy in that movie. But anyway, Excel says, here's some John Delorean trivia, I think. John Delorean has a crazy story. Neighbor got him wrapped up in a crazy drug dealing scandal to help fund the company. Yeah, I've heard that one before. Didn't they make a movie with Owen Wilson. I got there. Wasn't there an Owen Wilson movie about DeLorean? Excel says he beat the case because he said the neighbor entrapped him. That's what I would say too.
Thanks.
Honey, you would never use that on me, would you?
Use what?
You'd never tell the police that I entrapped you?
I don't talk to cops.
And make me take the hit? Make me take the fall for you?
Dave, I don't talk to cops.
Okay. Yeah, you know, you try that. You can try not talking to cops. It doesn't always work. They might still harass you.
Well, yeah, they can harass me, but I don't have to talk to them.
They'll still arrest you too.
That's fine.
Okay. They'll ruin your whole day by not talking if you don't talk to them.
They can talk to my lawyer. That's fine.
Eventually it comes to that for sure. So, Excel, did you see this? I don't know when you joined in. I sent you the link. But here's what we got so far. You can tell the front is starting to look like a DeLorean. I haven't seen the movie. So, I'm going to see if I can find this real quick. Wrong keyboard. I got two keyboards set up just in case.
T keyboard?
T keyboard. Two televisions. Oh, he's kidding. Nobody has two televisions. You must be rich. Doing these lines out of order. DeLorean movie? Yeah, Driven. It's just called Driven. Wait, is this a different one? How many DeLorean movies were there? I was thinking of one with Owen Wilson. This doesn't look like it has Owen Wilson. But I'll show you what I see. Oh, what we had this before. Window game capture. Window capture. Rivet. And yeah, there we go. This is what I was thinking of. Noise, getting close. We are. We're almost halfway. So Driven, not Drive. Driven. Tells the DeLorean story with the handbrake off. Good, because I hate when the handbrake is on during my movies. I'm just going to set this under the camera until we've got all the pieces organized. So people can see the car. The car. The bears. And for those interested, we're listening to... I've gotten really into video game jazz music. Like Sonic the Hedgehog levels. Wow. Very cool. So, Excel, I know you brought this up last time. We care about what the Oilers are doing, but it looks like the Oilers in... Is this the play? Is it still like... Do they call it playoffs? Or is it the finals? Are there other teams, or is it just down to Florida and Edmonton? Because it looks like Edmonton's down 2-1 in the game so far. I haven't been watching them. I just looked up because I thought I'd have to know it for the sake of the chat. Evan's in the chat.
What's up, Evan?
That makes two Evans here. Good to have you here. Fancy. Again, I'll point this at the camera so you can see it. But here is what we've constructed so far. Don't tell anybody, but we did some of it off stream. But you can see it's starting to look like a DeLorean in the front. And in the back. Party in the back. And it's got some moving features too. There's a gear here that pops the wheels flat. Yeah. So it goes into flight mode.
Once the wheels are in there.
Yeah, and we got the wheels in a separate bag, so we're doing good.
Okay, so I think I've got them all pretty much set.
Good. So if they're all set, we can start picking out the pieces we need. for page 3000.
All right.
It is. It's looking good.
Heck yeah.
And we'll probably end up doing, I don't know how many more streams we'll do, because to be completely honest, we are probably going to build some of it while we're not broadcasting.
Yeah, this is a lot.
But I bet we should finish it on stream, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We should do all but one piece and then go live with the last
No,
piece.
just the last bag we can do.
Julia's here too. Hey, Julia.
What's up, Julia?
Amazing progress. I like to think so. And again, thank you to Evan and Julia for sponsoring.
Well, yeah.
Because it was a gift. I mean, for those who don't know, I think everyone here knows. But for those who don't know, just in case, Julia and Evan were so generous to send us.
I think it was a big group gift.
Oh, in that case, I thank Alex too.
Yeah.
I thank everyone involved. So whoever was involved with the group gift, thank you so much. It's brightened up my day, and I think I'm getting better. You know, I've complained before about the sensitivity in my digits that makes it hard to handle these tiny pieces. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
But since I hired Alana as my executive vice assistant, she's really been enjoying. Make sure you can see the book.
I'm trying.
Okay. But she's mostly directing this while I handle our ad reads.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I gotta go grab something.
Okay.
I gotta go grab our first advertised product.
We have an advertised product.
I'm just messing.
Just saying that I need to put those things on top of those things.
Do you want to sit?
Yes, I do.
Press it.
Oh yeah. Evan wouldn't let me have the iced coffee in the same room as his comic. This is his comic book lair. His man cave.
I have sort of a precarious nature to my collection. Things are just sort of all over the place. This is a paid promotion. Thanks to the whole squad, but thanks specifically to Mountain Dew Code Red for sponsoring the broadcast.
They did not.
They did not.
I had to pay for that.
I'm fishing. What if I did a spit take? Do you want to try this?
No.
You threatened to try it earlier.
Yeah, sometimes I think maybe I should do a little math. Then I think, probably
God.
shouldn't.
Oh no, don't say that.
Okay.
It's, oh my gosh, the height of edginess. Raycons would have been a good promotion. Are Raycons like the little, like earpods, AirPod knockoffs? Is that what Raycons are? I try to keep track of all the, what's the other thing? Zip Recruiter! Zip Recruiter. Or this is brought to you by Warby Parker. Or MeUndies. Just think of all the things that advertise with podcasts like this. Woo!
And you just did it for free.
I don't mind.
Cool.
I like to show them what I'm capable of. In case they're curious, if any of these corporations need some new.
That's not how they work.
Oh,
now they know you're capable of doing shit for free. But I'm not. So.
Yeah, she didn't even drink the Mountain Dew Code Red. Raycon sponsored everyone for a while. What was the last thing? I still watch Casually Explained, like the animated stick figure channel. If you haven't checked out Casually Explained, tab over right now, because it's just a good channel. But Casually Explained often has these built-in. You want me to turn up the light? You can make it a little brighter.
Last one.
Is that better? Still too dark?
Yeah, I think you'd like
So just light.
some.
Does that work for you?
That's fine.
That's all right. Oh, I still look beautiful under this lighting. NordVPN, exactly right. Excel got it. That's the one. NordVPN is the one I was seeing on Casually Explained and other channels. He's not bad. Still follow him. Do you go through Excel? Do you go through your subscriptions and say, "Nah, this is over. Time to unfollow. Time to unsubscribe." Keep it filtered. Gotta make sure you're only following relevant, currently uploading channels. Like this one. Julia says, if you've been enjoying video game jazz, check out the original soundtrack of Gundam Thunderbolt Season 2. That's not the suggestion I thought I would hear, but I'm gonna check that out immediately. Groovy Duel or Jojo? No how so? Daily Dose of Internet. I gotta look at that too. I'll subscribe to that. Daily Dose. Like, first let me pull this Gundam. Gundam, I always assume when it comes to like anime music or basically anything from Japan, they're not gonna copy strike anything. They're not gonna shut down the video for using their music. But if you try to broadcast the anime itself, they might be annoyed by that. Gundam Thunderbolt. Groovy Duel. Oh, there we go. I knew what I wanted. Autocomplete. By Narayoshi Kikuchi, I think. Let's try it. All right, this is Groovy Duel from Gundam Thunderbolt. I like it. I already like it. Sometimes people post too much and it's annoying. It's true. I guess some people get around it by what they make multiple channels, and like one channel is the behind the scenes channel. One channel is just the live streaming channel, I guess, for example. You want to split up your content that way. But I think we're going to try to keep everything under one roof, under the Evan McBee channel. We're just going to blow up.
So, Evan McBee.
Yo, what's up, Alana?
We've got
McBee?
this.
Oh, can I put it in? Oh, this is the drive, the shifter, the flux capacitor.
I think it might be because that's this move too.
This is what you twist to turn the time circuits on. Deep, deep. Very tiny on screen, but that's what it's there for.
Cool.
Channel 5 News, of course, is where it's at. But they're an example too. They do the same thing where they have like a clip channel and then the regular streaming channel, and they've even got the Spanish language version channel, which is what? Channel Cinco. Is there a Spanish word for channel? Honey, do you know? Spanish word for like television channel? Cinco. That's fine. But Channel 5 is good. I watched a couple of clips from them last night. There was a Harvard protest clip that I watched, and then there was something. Oh, they uploaded something about the LA stuff. I'll just say the LA stuff in case of potential shadow banning.
Yeah, they were trying to start some Tempe stuff today too.
Yeah, so the stuff, the happenings are through the roof. We'll say that. Donkey, of course. Yeah, Donkey I watch. Donkey is one of the rare channels. I don't know. Something else may come to mind, but Donkey is one of those channels where I will immediately watch it. I won't just like click watch later or add it to a playlist and come back to it, or watch half of it and walk away. I always watch the whole thing, the whole Donkey clip immediately. That's pure YouTube. That's what that is. Oh, canal. Wait, how would you say like channel, canal in Spanish? C-A-N-A-L. Canal? Canal Cinco. Steve will play. Oops, that code switched. Now I'm blanking on please. I know this. Por favor. For a favor, right? Literally. Kinda. I always like to think about the roots and the etymology and like, you know, what's the literal translation? That's what I mean. The literal translation is always interesting. Think about what's the closest actual word in another language. Animal Well or Star of Pro. Are these games? Or are these music suggestions? That should answer the question, though. No, wait. No, that was Donkey's game was Animal Well. Okay, I'm coming back to it. I played a little bit of Animal Well because I was logged into somebody else's PlayStation, and they had like the tier where it was free because it was like free on the second tier of PlayStation Plus. Don't tell Sony. They didn't sponsor the channel, so I let my PlayStation Plus subscription completely lapse.
Yeah, they can suck it.
Well, they should have offered a better value. My only regret is not buying 15 years worth when it was $30 a year. Or $27.
That's your only regret?
That's my only regret in life.
Awesome.
That and the cancer. But Star of Providence, I remember Donkey, so these are both Donkey games. I saw both of these, and I played a little bit of Animal Well, and it was like, whatever. I don't know. Did you play? Did you like it? Is it more than whatever? There was Astalon. Let me show you a picture of this. Astalon was the game it reminded me of. Astalon Tears of the Earth, which I got in like a bundle. It was practically given away. But like, here's a screen grab.
Look at what I did.
Looking good.
They're ready for you.
Oh, let me put these in, and then I'll show you the Astalon stuff. So
They're
these
gonna go on either side.
Facing which way?
Well, the slide down is gonna face that way.
And I put it here. It looks
like it.
Looks like a spot. This other one. I love Lego.
Yeah.
I love Lego.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
Looking good. We're getting ready for the people to sit. Kind of. We're making
so.
seats for them.
Yeah.
So here is very tiny. Flip it up. Zoom. Enhance. Yeah. So this was maybe it's nothing like Animal Well, but I played this sort of purposefully 8-bit retro game. Because it's no more than 10 years old, but they make it look like a Nintendo Entertainment System for the game. So, whatever. Learning words on Duolingo. I gotta get back to that. I gotta improve my language acquisition. And then Star of Providence, that's like the shmup, right? The shoot 'em up. And I mean, that speaks to me. That speaks to a part of my soul. I know Donkey's into, because he had a video that got me to buy this game way back when. He was playing Ikaruga. And Ikaruga caught my attention because Donkey played it as a shmup, a shoot 'em up. And it was worth the $5, I suppose. You know it's not worth the $5 plus $450?
What?
Nintendo Switch 2.
Why not?
I say that because I can't find one. I'm like the fox and the grapes. You ever heard that story? You know about the fox and the grapes?
No.
Oh, let me tell you. So the fox can't reach the grapes. They're too high up in the tree. So you know what he says?
Sour grape.
Yeah, he says those grapes are sour. They're probably sour. I don't even want them. Those grapes are stupid. I'm going to have an apple. And then everyone's like, you probably couldn't even reach the grapes. Stupid fox. So anyway, that's
Why is everybody so mean?
I don't know. I blame social
Just
media.
be chill, guys.
Oh, that was the end of Groovy Duel. Groovy Duel. What was next up? What was the other track? Hyojo. I'm gonna try that. Put an H. Hyojo. No, how so? See if that comes up. Yojo no House. There you go. Here it is. Some more Gundam music. It's anti-Fox propaganda is what it is. That's what Excel says. We're all on the side of the fox until the hen house gets involved. And then all our chickens are eaten. And who do we blame? The wolf? I don't think so. There's a great old Japanese cartoon adaptation. They used to run this on like Nickelodeon, or maybe it was Nick Jr., the kids Nickelodeon. And it was about the fox and the wolf. And the fox is like the hero, and the wolf is like the mean bully who like forces the fox to do his bidding. So, spoiler alert: they go into like the larder, like the farmer's storage for all the food, not the hen house. They're not just eating live chickens. And like the wolf gets so greedy he like stuffs himself, and then he can't get out through the exit that they came in, like the little hole in the floor. So the farmer gets him. The farmer gets the wolf, and that was like the fox being Trixie Fox. It's more sad. The Fox and the Grapes is maybe more sad than The Fox and the Hound. I don't know, but I really enjoyed that movie as a kid. It's been, I think, several decades since I saw The Fox and the Hound, but I was told I loved it at a young age. Very young when I saw it, I think. It might even have been. No, there's no way. I don't think I saw it in the theater. Honey, do you remember the first thing you saw in a movie theater?
Yeah, it was Snow White.
Like a re-release of the Disney cartoon?
Yeah.
Not the brand new one that just came out that everyone hated?
No, I walked over to the theater with my grandmother because she lived in like a apartment that was over near a mall. And yeah, I remember we sat down and we watched Disney's Snow White, like just like like they have like kid movies in the early day.
Yeah.
I think it was summertime too, so they like probably had some kind of special kids program.
Oh yeah, they still do that, like the summer movies for kids.
Yeah.
So it was like just something they had like the film reels handy for these old movies.
Yeah.
Because I remember they would do that, like probably like the most obscure movie I remember seeing it, like the summer matinees, was the Pound Puppies movie.
Oh.
You remember Pound Puppies?
Yeah, I remember that.
They guilted you into buying stuffed dogs by saying you were adopting them from the pound.
I still have a cat. This cat.
All right, Excel's just checking in, but he's got to go. Thanks for being here. G2G, BRB, AFK, IRL. Keep on Legoing. And again, thanks for this was Excel sent me an image of the F1 racer he constructed on Legos. It was like, well, we got to get back to it. If he's showing off what he's done, we got to show off what we're capable of too. We got to broadcast it.
Yeah.
But you can't quite see, but we've got a good 100 pieces. They're all very tiny though. You can see how tiny these are. Small. Fingernail for comparison. Small. Yeah. SMOL. Small. So I think my parents said the first movie I saw, this was not a summer matinee, I think it was just timely, was Santa Claus the movie. Thank you. So Santa Claus the movie was like the origin story of Santa. It's a movie split in two parts. The first part is sort of a history of the legend of Santa Claus, and the second part is John Lithgow is like an evil toy company owner who wants to ruin Christmas by having expensive toys or toys that break, and you have to replace. I forget. Anyway, Santa's got to teach him the true meaning of Christmas again. So that was the first thing I saw. I didn't remember it at the time, but I did go back and watch it as an adult. Still pretty entertaining. And then the first thing I remember was seeing Pinocchio, but not Disney's Pinocchio. It was a Filmation Pinocchio animated movie called Pinocchio and the Emperor of the Night, and it was spooky.
Yay.
Because the Emperor of the Night is as spooky as it sounds. Don't take my word for it. Go watch clips. It was terrifying to a 3-year-old, probably.
Yeah.
But that was also just kind of the ethos of the 80s. All the movies were intentionally terrifying nightmare fuel for children, especially the children's movies. There is a good example of this is there's a TV movie about Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass. And it's like part one ends with her seemingly being attacked by a Jabberwocky, the sort of dragon creature. Very spooky. Most adaptations of Oz are pretty spooky though. All right, there you go. There's more Gundam music. So thank you. Thank you for those suggestions. I'm actually gonna pull this. I'm gonna pull this up. First jazz music. And then I do Through the Looking Glass. Yeah, I know what I want. You know what I want? Scary. Yeah, it's like the fourth one down. So if you just look here. Oh, wait. Gonna change the window capture again.
You want to know something cool about this?
I do want to know something cool.
What?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it lights up. When did this get power? How does it light up? How is that even possible?
Gotta be bad.
Oh, there's a battery in that piece?
Yeah, because I had to pull a little plastic thingy out.
Oh, wild. Okay. So how about that, everybody? There's freaking lights and sound, or at least lights.
For sure, light.
So here is. I'm just gonna mute this. So okay, this is the end of part 1 of the TV movie. Alice runs home. Everything looks okay. Nice looking house too. Very comfy. It's like, okay, where is everybody? Yada 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 yada. She's looking around. She's like, looks through the mirror, and she realizes she's through the looking glass. And then she sits alone. She reads the book. Not too spooky yet. And then the lights dim. Right, there we go. Things are getting spooky. And watch this not be that scary at all. But again, just me going off the memory of. I swear this was scary at the age of 3 or 4. Wah! Yeah, okay, alright, yeah, that'll still get you. That'll still get you.
No,
It just comes out of nowhere.
that's not scary.
I mean,
No way.
it's just all, that's, come on. Like, what were they doing? Anyway, here's the jazz music featuring Rouge the Bat. Back to the Legos. In Alana's cute arms. So, more recently, we watched a spooky movie. Remember the spooky movie we watched this week, honey? Oh yeah, what was it?
I don't know. Nothing's really spooky.
The Crow.
That wasn't spooky.
Wasn't that spooky AF?
No, it was so stupid. Actually, no, it was stupid, and I really wanted to like it, but I just couldn't because it was so stupid.
I love Evan's reaction here. He's just LOL, whoa. Whoa! It is, I mean, it's, I surprised myself again. I knew it was going to be scary, and I still say, on the face of it, that's an unnecessarily scary scene. Anyway, The Crow. So we watched the new Crow, not the Crow from the 90s, which is...
Way better.
I haven't seen it, though, so I don't know. I've never seen The Crow from the 90s. Well, honey, you've seen both versions of The Crow. Neither one of us have read the comics that it's based on. But The Crow is based on a comic, so it's got that going for it.
Okay.
But, you know, it's very goth, edgy,
Yeah.
Heart of Darkness sort of stuff. Anyway, what makes The Crow, the original, better than The Crow 2024 edition?
It was just, a lot more surprising. It was, it hadn't been done before, so there was that. But it was just not like anything see.
Really? You thought it was sui generis? Or an original type? I think I mispronounced that Latin. Who knows? Would I be interested? Do you think I should go back and watch the original Crow?
Yeah, I think you could.
Should we get it in 4K? That's always my thing, y'all. If you can watch a movie in 2K or 4K, pick 4K. That's what I say.
That is what he said.
But so the new Crow, again. I was kind of I was disoriented at the beginning, but by the end of it, I was a fan. By the end of it, I had come around to sort of the Crow way of looking at things, because it's more of a fantasy movie than I think is obvious at first glance. Like, it seems like sort of a gritty urban, action horror sort of thing. But even the horror elements are not that. It's not nearly as scary as Through the Looking Glass with the Jabberwock. I'll tell you, but there are some, like, people getting stabbed. There's some of that, and it's like a little bit gory for that reason. It's actually, well, there's a lot of like fights between the Crow and the bad guys that are, superficially gory, but it's all like CGI blood, so you don't really feel it. Like, that's another thing about the movies from the 80s, because everything's like in camera, whether it's like puppets or, like squibs or other special effects, it's all stuff that's more or less real. Or like a model.
Yeah.
Model. Rotten Tomatoes gave... Wait, which one? The Through the Looking Glass? 21%? Oh, The Crow. Yeah, The Crow. The Crow, the old one was 70%. The new one's 21%. I think probably for the new one, I think most people felt like I did. They just didn't come around. Like, at the beginning, again, I was disoriented because it's very fantasy. You sort of have to accept that it's not realistic in certain ways. Like, it's the Crow and the Crow's girlfriend, we'll just put it like that. They meet each other at this rehab facility, which you sort of have to like take at face value that like they would both be in this rehab facility after she gets arrested, and he's there for, you don't even know why he's there. He's just there. But as a fantasy, or as like sort of a dreamscape, you just sort of buy into, it's almost more romantic, because the whole thing is really just about the relationship between the Crow and FKA Twigs, which is the actress's name. She's a musician. I wasn't aware of her.
I don't understand this symbol.
Oh no! What's this symbol?
14, like a sticker, I guess.
Oh yeah, we've got the sticker. So that's over here. You want to put the sticker on?
Yeah.
We've got 2 of them, so I guess we've got a backup sticker. Make sure you do it correctly.
Well, why? We have a backup.
Well, let's do it wrong on purpose. The first time. So, yeah, if you go into The Crow with an open mind, you might just like it. Oh, the Gaga joke. This is a good question. We never actually saw Joker 2, honey. I think it's time. Should we watch Joker 2? Joker in French, Folie à deux.
Is that the one with Lady Gaga?
Yeah, it's Lady Gaga and... Let's see, is it on Max? It seems like it would be at this point.
Probably gone.
It's probably gone.
Probably was there.
It says it's on Hulu and Max. It might be Hulu with Max. That's always confusing. But if it's on Max, this is gonna be tough. I've kind of already decided I hate it. So, my whole thing about going with an open mind, I don't know how I'll be able to do it, because I've sort of decided that I'm not gonna like the Joker movie, the Joker sequel. But I don't know. Again, I'll try. I'll go in. I'll try it out. There was another movie though this week that we watched that I couldn't finish, and I don't blame the movie. It was just sort of, again, I think it was just like, I just wasn't feeling great, and I couldn't pay attention to anything on the TV, and it was getting kind of annoying for that reason. But we started this movie on Apple TV, Wolves. The plural of wolf. With George Clooney and Brad Pitt. Do you remember watching the beginning of this movie?
Yeah, it was so stupid.
So your stance was it was stupid and we don't need to finish it.
Right.
Well, why did you think it was dummy dumb stupid?
It was just slow.
It was pretty slow.
It was hard to be interested in it at all.
It was, so the opening scene did seem to go on for a while. Like the whole thing is like George Clooney comes in to clean up a murder in an apartment, and then Brad Pitt comes in to also clean up the murder in the apartment. But they spend so much time just having like,
Oh, you want to connect?
yeah, I want to connect.
Make that.
Oh, the flux capacitor. The flux capacitor, you see my face through it, is what makes time. Oh,
Ah! And it's broken.
it's gone.
Now
All right.
we can never travel.
You stay right
Can
there.
never travel back in time. No. Oh, oh, oh.
I really would.
Oh, you want me to go get it?
Oh, I got it.
I want to hear this music that we're listening to. Wow. Do you have to pay royalties for this?
No, this is all free as far as we know.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
This is still in my ear.
It's the other one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cover for it was still in there. I was like, what the heck? That doesn't feel right.
Yeah, that was weird.
So, you know, the terrible thing about that Wolves movie is that it's Duncan's friend.
Oh no.
So, like, we kind of have like a very, very, very loose connection to the director of the movie, John Watts, who also directed the last 3 Spider-Man movies. So he's done some good stuff. But this was his first movie after Spider-Man, Wolves, with George Clooney and Brad Pitt. And we didn't love it. But if
No.
I ever see, I've only ever met John one time, and he wouldn't remember. It was just at a wedding. But if I ever saw him, I'd have to do the thing where I say nothing but nice things.
No, you don't have to do that.
Oh, okay. I don't.
That's stupid to do that.
So
You just
Julia
say
said,
nothing but real things.
okay, just keep it trill, okay? Which means totally real.
Yeah.
Julia said she didn't finish the Joker Folie à Deux. It was on a flight. I would actually, that'd be one of those movies where, like certain R-rated movies, I don't want to put on the airplane because I don't want people to see like the dirty things.
Oh yeah.
Like if there's like excessive sex, especially. I don't know if that's true in Joker, but you know you got to be wary when you're on a flight and there are people watching you
I
watch
feel like
things.
a lot of times the ones the airlines have, like they've already kind of screened it, so it's not going to have like a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, usually true.
Although during Pride Month, I've noticed there's a little bit more things that might be
Isn't that this month?
Yeah.
It's happening right now.
happening right now.
So, or the other thing you could do on a plane is if somebody's watching Captain America: Brave New World, you could just judge them for that.
Why not?
You just judge them for watching a bad movie. That's right, I said it. Captain America: Brave New World was a bad movie.
So brave.
So brave. So stunning and brave. We watched that on a plane thanks to Alana's Wi-Fi capabilities on the plane. That was good. Because we watched it on your phone. Yeah, we watched Captain America on your phone on the plane.
Oh yeah, no, that was a airline.
Yeah, the airline gave you airline Wi-Fi.
Well, it wasn't airline Wi-Fi; it was just the entertainment.
I think it still gets to your phone through Wi-Fi. I don't think there's another source they're using.
Well, it's separate from the Wi-Fi that you sign in to get onto the internet. Like you
Okay.
can't get onto the internet watching.
Yeah, I'm just saying no matter what's being delivered to your phone, it's coming through Wi-Fi. The whole, what, BPGC movie? BPGC? BP?
Okay, so this goes right here. Want to do it?
Yeah.
Or go, oop.
I can't drop things. Just put it on there.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because you want the flux capacitor to face out.
Yeah.
So we're really building the cabin here.
Yeah.
Wait, Evan, give me the full again, because I'm blanking on this. What was BP? Oh, Brad Pitt. So yeah, so you watch it. You watch Wolves, and you say pretty lame, and you might have the same problem I do, where if you run into the director at a wedding again sometime, you'll have to be nice and say, I loved it,
No, you don't.
through gritted teeth. No, you can just change the subject. But that's the same thing. Oh, bad news. Should I tell him the Scott Wolf news?
Oh, I guess.
Speaking of wolves, Bad news. Scott Wolf and Kelly from the Real World New Orleans are getting a divorce, is what the Challenge subreddit told me. That's where I get all my news. The MTV Challenge subreddit. But Scott Wolf, same thing. I met him at a wedding one time. And I just said nice things about Double Dragon and Party of Five. I wasn't really a fan. But I said positive things. Does that make me a dishonest person?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Julia always finds herself distractedly watching whatever the people in front of me are watching. Exactly, I do that too. Sometimes, have you heard this about, what do they call it? People raw dogging flights. By which they mean they go on the flight with no entertainment, no book, no downloaded movies. I'm just going to sit there. I'm not even going to look at the flight tracker. I'm just going to sit and stare straight ahead and maybe look over and watch what someone else is watching on their chair. For a short enough flight, I think it's possible. But, you know, if you fly to London or Wellington. Wait, is Wellington the place in New Zealand? Does it sound like a city? Yeah. Then you might want a little something then. If you're going to be on a plane for 15 hours, you got to speak your truth. I mean, I believe. That reminds me. So there's another. Do you guys know the channel on YouTube, Bald and Bankrupt? It's this travel channel. Bald guy travels around the world, just video logging his trips. And this is an example of a video I had. It was like, I'm gonna watch this later, and it's probably finish it. We'll finish it after the stream. I want to finish it. But we're watching it this morning. The guy's trip to Scotland.
Oh, I wasn't really watching. What was I doing?
Text messaging.
Maybe.
So, anyway, Bald and Bankrupt. Travel channel. And I'm not going to be doing that. They're saying, I've heard of it and I'm not going to be raw dogging a flight. Hell no. I mean, I come prepared. I will download all the movies on my phone or TV shows or whatever that I plan on watching. And then I'll keep it in my back pocket, so to speak. I won't start something up immediately, but like, I'll sort of wait until I get impatient or like, oh, I need some entertainment. Like I won't dive right into it. Like I'll wait a little bit. So it's like, you know, partial dog.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying?
You were talking about the Scotland guy.
Oh yeah, so Bald and Bankrupt, the travel channel. So this is something he uploaded last summer. It was like May 2024, and I finally got around to watching this clip of him visiting Scotland. And what was interesting is he went up to the Shetland Islands, I guess north of Scotland.
Okay.
And he said, like, these islands are, like, I don't know if he was making this up, but he's like, we're closer to Norway than we are to Scotland. And it seemed like, I don't know if there's an airport there. I'm sure I could find out if I Googled it. But they took a ferry from, I think, Glasgow? Or a version of Glasgow. I don't know if there's multiple Glasgows in Scotland, but wherever they were on the northern edge, the northern shore, they took a ferry to the Shetland Islands, and the ferry took 15 hours. It was 15 hours on a ferry. So, like, basically overnight. So they, you know, the ferry looked pretty comfortable. It had, like, you know, pods to sleep in or whatever. Which is like, if you're, that was my point. Like, if you're going to be on any sort of transportation for more than half the day, like when you get up to 15, 16 hours, yeah, make it comfortable.
Yeah.
But if you're flying coach, that's not necessarily the plan. You try to get the whole row if you can. Oh boy. And if, you know, even better than that, if you can swing it,
just pay the extra, get first class.
Right, business, baby. Well, yeah, I'm thinking, because they call it business on international flights, right?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
I mean, I think they try to call it business everywhere, but like when there's so many classes of service, like if there's, you know, business first and premium economy and stuff.
Yeah. And they used to fly, weren't they flying like larger planes to Hawaii than they are now?
Yeah, but they still do, or, yeah, right now they're just kind of screwed up because they didn't get all the shipment in that they had ordered.
Oh, of new planes from Boeing?
Yeah, so this is actually going to be the rest of the chairs if you want to put the other.
Heck yeah. Partial dog is legit. That's what Julia says. So like that.
Oh no, in the little.
I know. I get it? Nice. Now we got chairs. Are these right-sized?
Yeah.
Marty! Oh, I fell down! Marty! Marty!
I think they need like a.
Is there a seatbelt piece? Ah, you're the Doc. Whoa!
Come on.
New Rick and Morty started, by the way. New season of Rick and Morty, aka Doc and Marty. All right, we're looking good now. We're down to a couple dozen of these small pieces for bag 7. And then after that, we just got bags 8, 9, 10, and 11. Only 4 bags left.
We should probably finish this tonight.
Just tonight. What are we on? Step 235? Only 200 more steps to go! Woo!
I would do it.
Easily my favorite Lego of all time.
It is pretty cool.
Of all time. Narrowly edging out my previous favorite, which was just a castle.
Wait, I thought it was the glove.
Oh yeah, the glove's number 2, and then a castle, I guess. I don't know. I wonder, I mean, we've got old Legos, but they've been thrown in a box, and probably they're at my brother's house in the attic or something. So I wonder, like, how put together all our sets are at this point, or if they're like, you know, partially split up or completely split up, and now it's just a bag of loose Legos or a box of loose Legos. Ooh. So we didn't finish Wolves. We did finish The Crow. Is there anything you want? Oh, do we go to the theater to see Ballerina, new John Wick?
Okay.
Are you free tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow, no, we're gonna go see Michael Longfellow.
Oh, okay. How about that? So apparently we've got some Is it Thursday or Friday?
Friday.
Well, that's not tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Thursday.
Tomorrow's Thursday? Oh, no, I'm gonna go pick up a chair. Maybe after that.
Great news, everybody. Tomorrow we're getting a new chair. And Friday we're going to go see Michael Longfellow, which, if you don't know, he is a formal local stand-up comedian who has now made it big on Saturday Night Live as a guy with a somewhat sinister voice. That's kind of his thing, right?
Okay, so now I need sticker number 8.
Okay. I got a sticker patty over here. And they're all numbered. So, there's the sticks. There's the sticks. Is that a betrayal of Lego characters to have stickers, to have decals?
Well, I think they should have just been cool enough to like put it on for us already.
Is it like, or like printed on the piece itself
See,
as like part of? Did you get it?
Yeah, but it's a little wonky.
Yeah, well. If it's inside the car, it'll probably never matter.
What if it does matter? What if I look at it every day?
You have to get darn close. So Thursday, new chair. Friday, live stand-up comedy. Saturday, gonna go see Ballerina. Gotta see Ballerina. Maybe. I mean, it'll still be out in theaters, right? Probably. The last thing we saw was Mission Impossible. Next up is Ballerina, unless of the two, I wonder if it's still there, but they had that Karate Kid movie. Would you rather see the Karate Kid movie or the John Wick movie? What are you a bigger fan of?
Oh gosh. No.
Well, let me answer for you. Gonna see ballerina. Okay. Good. What kind of chair? Okay, number one. What kind of chair? Is it? What's the famous kind of? Is it a Barca lounger?
No, it's a chair that if you want to lay fully back, you can. It's like a lazy boy.
Whoa.
But also, if you are having trouble getting up, it will push you up.
So fully motorized. It's basically a transformer. The chair can go horizontal or vertical. So feel free to visit and sit in the chair. How about that? I can't wait to sit in this chair and watch a 4K movie or potentially video game. Hey, can I get? I'll just say it. I downloaded some old Nintendo ROMs today, just to play some 8-bit NES, play some Star Tropics and some Adventures of Lolo. Because again, I figured if I can't buy a new Nintendo, I'll just play old Nintendo. Zero Gravity. That's right. And the comedian's name, second question, the comedian's name, not to leave you hanging here, it's Michael Longfellow. He's a cast member on SNL, and he's returning to his hometown to rub it into all the open micers' faces. Is that exactly what he's doing?
I mean, I think he's on an actual tour where he's going to lots of different places.
Oh, so it's legit. He's making money while he embarrasses all his former friends. There's a dual mandate here. But that's got to be tough, right? To get left behind by the talented and skilled.
Yes, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Sounds comfy. True. It'll both be a comfy comedy show and a comfy chair. My only regret is that I can't bring the chair with me to the comedy show.
Right. It seems like it's a pretty cozy chair.
Yeah. Is it BYOC? Bring your own chair?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Sorry, Gabe.
You walked right into that one. But I guess next up, do we dare watch this Joker movie tonight? We gotta work our way up to it. I'm gonna need a bottle of whiskey.
No, you're not drinking this.
You're not drinking whiskey.
First and then connect it? Yeah. Okay. So first things first. That. Gotta smack it, flip it, rub it down.
Yeah, just like Missy Elliott says. The other thing we did that was fun recently, and I didn't even want to do it, this will be a surprise to y'all, is that I said no to this, but we went to Comic-Con. We went to a local comic convention, but for one day only, because usually they do these conventions and it's the whole weekend, or they'll start it on Thursday and just run like a long weekend or something.
Yeah.
So you get like a full event pass for 3 or 4 days, and by the end of it, you're just like, you're worn out, you're exhausted. There's just so many people. There's so many crowd. You're sunburnt.
Standing in lines outside.
You're standing in lines. It's just, and they broke a record for attendance this year. The previous record was in 2016 when it was more comic focused, because now like the convention is this split of all these things like comics and anime and Dungeons and Dragons, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
You know, it's all fine, but I'm there for the comics. And there's really a dozen like professional comics guys. They get to come in. And what we realized, because you woke me up on Sunday, last day of the convention, you woke me up and you said, do you want to go to Comic-Con today? And I said, no. I hate fun and I hate doing stuff. But then I thought about it and you talked me into it and we went. So we went. We sort of, at the spur of the moment on Thursday, went for the last day of Comic-Con. And this worked. This is what we should do every time. We should never go to a full weekend again, because I was able to do like a basic lap and meet, talk to, chat up all the comic book artists and writers, professionals that were there that I wanted to meet and like get signatures and get, art from and everything. But it was all doable in one day.
Yeah.
we didn't need to be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
No.
And in fact, Sunday is a good day to go too, because if you're looking to buy stuff, which I am, a lot of it I've already organized. I've already put it in boxes. But if you're just looking to buy old comics, Sunday's the day to go, because nobody wants to go home with all the stuff they brought. They loaded up their tables with all this product to sell, and whatever they didn't sell, they start to panic on Sunday. And they're like, oh my gosh, I've got hundreds of pounds of comic books that I got to take with me back to
I don't
where.
want to pay the overweight fee.
Yeah.
Check the bag.
So just mark it down. 12 for $10. It was basically, I was paying 83 cents per comic. And I was like, good price. Good price. So I got a real load of Fantastic Four comics, especially. And some other fun stuff too. Do I have anything within reach over here? Oh, this is fun. Yeah, so this is a local guy. Does these Ocho comics. This big blue sort of goblin looking creature. And he's a nice guy, so we always support him when we go to the convention. And then this is an example of like old comics. X-Force. Of course, signed there. You can see the author, writer, Fabian Nicieza. Did I get that right?
Yeah, he was really nice.
He was nice, but he kept making your mama.
Yeah, you walked into it though. You were like, actually, we met, but the person that remembers you the most is my mom. So like, come on, Evan, what do you think?
I told him, like, my parents took me to a convention when I was a kid that this writer was at. And I said, you made an impression. My mom really liked the jokes you were making. She thought you were funny. And apparently that opened me up to, like, say hello to your mother for me. There's a lot of that sort of commentary. But he's an entertaining guy. But yeah, it's like, so here's my professional recommendation. If you're gonna go to a comic convention, just go on Sunday. And get everything for a song. Get a deal. It's looking really good.
Oh.
You are killing it. So this is gonna be like the front panel for the driving, right? We're gonna put a wheel on it. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get this steering wheel on here.
Right.
Get all the pieces in camera. Boom. Oh, it's bedtime. It's late. It's late on East Coast, Beast Coast. West Coast, Best Coast, it might as well still be morning. But thanks for joining in. Thanks for being a part of the chat. Thanks for the movie recommendations. Love you too. And we're going to be back at it. We're going to make more progress with this. Again, I did admit we may be doing a little bit off stream, but we'll finish it on stream for sure.
Well, here, let's put this steering wheel on.
Just so you can see this. All right. So how does this attach? Like that?
No, put the steering wheel on there. Ah. You're fired.
You can't fire me. I'm the boss. Oh, it really moves too.
Yeah. So now it goes on like this, where the light side is on Marty's side.
Well, that makes sense. Otherwise, it'd be a Japanese car. Well, that didn't work.
Well, let's get them out of here.
Get out of there.
Oh.
You can tell how fragile I make it look. You can't fire the foreman. That's what I said.
We'll see.
I dare you to get that attached. Not as easy as I make it look. Meanwhile, the foreman takes another sip. Mountain Dew Code Red.
Foreman put it on the wrong spot.
Well, I trust you to fix all my mistakes. What is this, like casino music?
The steering wheel's too big for the car. Oh well, it worked.
Yeah. Again, they did their best to make it sort of an appropriate fit for Lego characters, but they would either have to scale down the DeLorean or make like Duplo or larger G.I. Joe sized Kenner action figure sized. Whee! All right, we're down to our final 24 or so tiny pieces.
Right. Guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
This song's kind of silly too. Oh, here we go. Some jazz from Mario Kart. Can't go wrong with that.
yeah.
Good. That's, oh yeah, let's use those up. That is both tight and good.
One of three of the first.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Not looking good. Like Meowgic? Mm-hmm. I think this is off by one.
Oh, maybe it.
Well, does it allow the piece to move after you touch it? This thing on the hinge. Does that
Well,
move?
it's always... Ah! Now you've done it.
I've really done it this time.
Ah. No.
The magic of Legos.
No.
It's good that you're doing it though, because I wouldn't be able to. So we got that working for us.
Yeah.
Teamwork. We got teamwork working for
There we
us.
go. How's that? Is that better?
I think better.
Okay.
Yeah, because the hinge has to move, and it wasn't moving before, so that's right.
Okay.
That's the foreman in action. The Eric Foreman from that '70s show. Wait. You think of me as your own personal Eric Foreman?
No, I've never thought of that.
Oh. You think of me more as a Kelso type?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
So.
Thanks for the Mountain Dew, by the way.
You're welcome.
Corn syrup.
These pieces are like so very picky.
You remember someone telling us about driving across Iowa or something? And they're like, it's just so much corn.
Ew, who said that?
I don't know. I think it was one of the comic guys. He was one of these comic book artists at Comic Con. Well, that was dramatic.
That's
What is this one? This says pure video game box for locking in. That's what we need. We need to lock it.
lock in the box.
This is my last resort. All right, I'm locking in. There we go. All right. If anyone's just joining us, you can tell we're building a DeLorean. I mean, that's what's going on here. It's Legos. It's 1/8 scale model replica. No, I made that up. What is it? It probably tells you on the box. What is this? Are you building a glass wall?
See what the little thing, the time.
She's got to attach the decals too.
No, I wish I had like little.
To be even more precise. 1/8 would be huge, yeah. What's... Are you able to hand me the box? Just the big box? Right. Let's see if it says on the box.
October 26, 1985.
The day I invented time travel.
Turn it a little bit long.
Looking good. I think you're doing a great job. Time circuits. Whoop. If you're at home and you're thinking I could do better, you're wrong. Wrong. Nobody's a better Lego master than Alana.
I couldn't do it without my foreman.
Although so the TV show about Lego Masters, I don't even know what they do. I guess they give them a goal to like build a castle and then they just have Legos to do it. Duh. Anyway, here's the box. Does it say on here? Let's see, it says power 1.21 gigawatts.
1.21 gigawatts!
They must mean gigawatt. No? I don't think it says anything about the scale. So we gotta do our best guess.
So where's the
1/32.
Where's the big windshield?
I have no idea. So that's the piece we're missing?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not on bag 8?
No, sure.
Oh,
Was there another little bag that you didn't open?
let's take a look. Here's bag 8. Is it in there? Bag 9.
But
Oh, it's probably that. Open it up. I mean, we hope it's that, right?
oh, thank goodness.
Oh, thank goodness. It was in another little bag. They don't tell you. I almost panicked. I was like, oh my gosh, this is worse than not having a windshield on my actual car.
Worse.
Worse somehow. But we're good. We're good. A little bit of panic there as we realized, as we thought we didn't have a windshield, but we got a windshield. It's fine.
What could
So,
go wrong?
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that reminds me, you know who passed away?
Who?
Brian Wilson.
From the Beach Boys?
That's right. Whenever I hear whoop, there it is, I think about Aruba, Jamaica.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't, but it is sad that he passed away. Because he was a musical genius.
How did he? And
I
to
guess
be
just
honest,
being-
I thought he was already.
I guess just being old AF. He was like 82.
Who was the guy from the Beach Boys that I had on my flight? Maybe it was him.
Maybe. Did he seem like he was 82?
Yeah, and he didn't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, I'm a genius. He's like, I wish they all would stop trying to talk to me.
Yeah.
Got an idea for a new song. What was that?
What?
There's some. Oh, it's just like the background. This is like Ridge Racer music now. In the background is doing like some sound effect stuff. But that's appropriate. Ridge Racer, DeLorean, car, okay. I can tell where this is gonna go.
Oh. It'd be funny if it actually.
I'd be like ROTFLOL. IRL.
Me too.
Well, we're down to our final pieces. This is the exciting conclusion of Bag 7. For those who stuck around, you win the door prize. I'll give you a Snickers next time I see you. Ooh. 3, 2.
Get it.
What's not to get?
Well, is it really?
Yeah, pop it in.
Yeah, but is it backwards?
Yeah, it's backwards. You want to flip it. Foreman strikes again. Yeah, Evan's excited. He's going to get a Snickers bar. The extreme version of that would be FedExing it to you overnight. Why not just Venmo him 70 cents?
Why not?
Or actually, Baby, you just bought one. What's the going rate for a Snickers bar these days?
There's 2 for $2.22.
So 111? But you had to commit to 2?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was for just one? If you were like, I only need one, thank you.
I don't.
What if it was like $4?
What if? What if it was?
What if? Huh? Huh, tough guy? Oh my gosh. We still, not only did I have the Mountain Dew Code Red, we got a Snickers laying around. I might have it for dessert. After a well-balanced dinner. All right, we're getting, this is it. This is the final piece. All right, here we go. Boom, last bit. Let me put it on. You do it. 2 for 3. $2.49 each. Yeah, I really was. I'm operating off like old programming, where I was still thinking like, oh, a candy bar. It's like 70 cents.
No way.
But it's not.
That's not how the world works anymore.
And they're getting rid of the penny too. So everything's about to go up. Everything's gonna get rounded up another 5 cents. Now 5 cents is the new 1 cent. Oof. Got it?
Got it.
All right, sir. Sort of show people. Don't drop it.
What?
But that's what we're doing today. We did bag 7. We got 4 more bags to go. Next time you see us online, we might be doing bag 9 or 10.
These are our extras.
We like to put those in a little baggie over here with their other tiny extras. What if you lost different pieces? They don't give you extras of everything, just some of them. How do they decide? I mean, maybe they're going for accuracy and they're not even meaning to leave any extra pieces. But I'm impressed that they're able to package this at all. Like, it seems like so much work just to get all this like in the different numbered bags and like the product on the shelves. So anyway, getting close.
Yeah. You ready for bag 8?
Not right now. Not right now. That was good. That was great. So thanks for joining us. Evan, oh yeah, Snickers. Everyone else that was here earlier, thanks for checking in. Everyone else that joined in and was lurking, hey, thanks for being here. We're going to work on some more Legos later. So make sure if you want to see us next time,
subscribe.
Yeah, smash like and subscribe, dog.
And put in the notifications, hit that little bell button.
Yeah, make sure you get that bell to let you know when we go on.
And then maybe they'll make out. Party. Dog.
Don't do that. Don't. That's crazy. All right, Evan, thanks for being here. Love you too. We're
Love
out.
you.
It's over.